What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua has a response to Tyson Fury changing coaches ahead of the Deontay Wilder rematch. And he had this to say. He said, you have to take all that good, and sometimes there is a bit of bad that comes with it. Now, people will be asking questions, but Tyson and Ben probably still are friends, and they have an understanding. As a fighter, first and foremost, it does not matter, right, anyone else. It's not about me. That kid that's going into a fight and putting his life on the line, Fury has to do what's right for him. If he feels that it is what he needs to do for victory, Tyson Fury's success is also Ben Davison's success. On top of that, so if Tyson Fury feels that it's right for him at the minute, he has to trust his own instincts and follow it. Tyson Fury has to do what is right for Tyson Fury, because it's only his name that they mention as winner or loser. So, those are the words of Anthony Joshua. And they were very inspirational words. I could see him being an inspirational, motivational speaker after his career is over in the sport of boxing. So Deontay the actor, Tyson Fury maybe the actor or wrestler, and then Anthony Joshua being the motivational speaker, because I think they're pretty good at what they do besides the sport of boxing, right? Now, speaking of Wilder, though, he had, he blasted Fury for changing, thinking that maybe his mentality is broken. Maybe he's not secure or confident that he can beat Deontay Wilder. That's why he had to fire everyone. You know what I mean? But it just shows the differences, which I agree with both. Honestly, I could see where Joshua was coming from, but then I could see where Deontay Wilder is also coming from, because if you did the best job the first fight, why would you fire everyone else, including the cut man, for the second fight? The same guy that asked you, that saved your eyes, the same why you fired, and he's asking why. So I get that. But with Anthony Joshua saying, well, hey, if he feels it's right for him, it is what it is. But that's also true. Why? Because a lot of fighters do the same thing. Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley, a lot of guys decided, you know what? I'm going to change partners. Oscar De La Hoya, he's went with several different trainers. Everyone from Freddie Roach to Floyd Mayweather Sr. So people do it all the time. So I don't see why it should be shunned or shamed upon him doing that. Now, that I will disagree with Wilder with, because I don't see anything wrong with that, because a lot of people do it. They make, it's something that you feel you need to do at the time. It's something that, hey, I think this will help me, and I think this person can help me. Look at Joshua himself. He brought in Fernandez. He asked for Ismael Solas, right? So people do it all the time. Tyson Fury, the first fight, he brought in Freddie Roach. So, I don't see what the big fuss is about. But I'm glad that Anthony Joshua did give him some props. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he'll help you instead of hurt you. So 9 times out of 10, he'll say something positive than negative. So for every 10 things that Joshua says, 9 of those things are going to be positive. And you might get a negative comment, but that's after a whole lot of criticizing from that other party. Or some people call it hating. You know what I mean? But it's true. It's absolutely true, because regardless of the trainers, regardless of the strength and the conditioning coaches, the other parties, the people that got you prepared, at the end of the day, you are the only one going into that ring. Tyson Fury knew that. He knows that, but Tyson Fury did, sack Ben Davison, his friend, his best friend, someone that motivated him through some dark times. That's why he sacked him. because he wanted to do something else because he's on another mission. He wants to knock Wilder out, which is very interesting. So there is some form of buzz that's swarming around that, wondering if that was true. It's the 29th of January right now. So we got less than a month for this fight to happen. It's like 3 weeks away. So we have to figure out, like, okay, what Tyson Fury is really going to do, but he wants to go balls to the wall with someone like Wilder. And say what you want about Wilder. Wilder is solid. So, that's going to be something totally different. But no, I think that Joshua was right. I think it was a positive thing that, to say, but it's also another powerful thing if it's also true, because it is Tyson Fury in there, and he's the only one that can get his head raised or, not. Okay, so, if he feels that he needs to do that to help himself, to better himself, to do what he needs to do to accomplish his objectives, why not? Let it ride, let him do it. Let him get whoever he needs in there. The most important thing about this, besides anyone else's opinion, and that's Wilder or Anthony Joshua's opinion, it's all about the fighter, okay? It's about, can that trainer do his job? And can that guy, which is Tyson Fury, do his job? So, and also 100%. Will he be 100% going in there? That's what we worry about. The strategy is one thing, sure. The game plan is another thing, sure. But how prepared are you? If this fighter is going to get him prepared to the best of his ability, that's what's most important, besides anyone else's opinion. Okay? So if Javon Sugar Hill is the best for Tyson Fury, okay, there should be no problem. Really, everyone else's opinion doesn't mean shit, honestly. It doesn't. Because if Tyson Fury comes in looking spectacular and he stops Deontay Wilder, who do you think that's going to be praised? First of all, Tyson Fury. But who's that next person that they're going to look at? His trainer. Like, damn, that shit worked. Damn, Javon Sugar Hill, he's like Emmanuel Stewart, he reincarnated. They're going to say all types of shit then. If that happens, if Fury's able to come in there and sit down on his punches, and he buckled in the 12th round. So if he's able to sit down in his punches, knock out Deontay Wilder, and it fucks around to be the second round, do you understand what that'll mean? That'll mean like, oh shit, Kronk's gym. Yes, let's have some. Let's go visit Kronk's gym. Because it's one of those things, just like Freddie Roach and Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao was knocking out people. What did that do for Freddie Roach's gym? What did that do for Freddie Roach's reputation? It skyrocketed. Skyrocketed. Right? And Freddie Roach was a good trainer before that. Don't get me wrong. Of course, Oscar De La Hoya, Miguel Cotto. All these guys were there at one point. Miguel Cotto, he jumped on the bandwagon after the fact. Okay? But when he had someone like Pacquiao, boo, 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 when he got that guy, his reputation skyrocketed. But why? Because he had Manny Pacquiao. So, again, too, something you need to look at. The trainer is only as good as the fighter. So let's see how Tyson Fury really goes and how he really is. And we'll see what type of performance he can produce on the day. You guys tell me what you think about Anthony Joshua's comments. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunched. Peace.